everyone today. Loyalist to my name is Dwayne.
My name is Jazz.
We're Dwayne N Jazz. Here we have a movie review. We haven't really one of these in a long time. The movie we're reviewing today is the
Fantastic Four.
I lost my voice. So
Yeah, you did. You said.
Okay. Before we start, if you guys have any reaction requests, please follow social media in the link in the description. Don't get to
subscribe.
Let's talk about the movie first. What do you want to talk about first? What should we talk about?
Rating.
Rating. Oh, okay. We're going straight into the rating. Of course, you know this is a spoiler review. So if you haven't watched, we're gonna keep it vague to a certain point, and then we're gonna be like we're spoiling everything. So I gave it a 10 out of 10. This is one of those movies that was just good. The story was good. The cast was good. What else? Cast, story. Art, everything about the movie was really good, really well done. I really feel like the MCU in their last couple movies, films, they've been cooking. Thunderbolts was really good. That was really good touch on mental health. Yeah. This was a good movie on talking about family. The First Steps, Fantastic Four First Steps.
I just realized it's First Steps because in the movie, so this is gonna be spoilers. Okay, so
there you go.
So in the movie, she has her baby, which is the son, Franklin, and his first steps, like as pertaining like to the baby, like that's crazy.
You just realized that. Yeah.
But in the movie, I will say that I like how they're starting to do movies, and this is just with Superman as well, where they did it, where they're starting you not at the beginning, not at the origin, and making the whole movie an origin movie. Like we know their story, like we already know their story. We ain't gotta go through it again. And if you don't know it, we gonna spend just 5 minutes just talking about it, and then keep going for the rest of the movie. So that's good. That's what I like. And then I like how in this one they didn't have Sue use her powers and feel like she's weak for using them. Like in the other one that had Jessica Alba, no shade to her, okay, she looked very beautiful, but I feel like that was her only purpose in that movie, was to look very beautiful, okay? Because in the movie when she used her powers, blood and bloody nose the whole time, and I'm like, why? Why does it have to be like that? And it's only you. Like, it's only you.
Everybody else good.
Everybody else fine using their power. So it's like, and this one, she was like the one carrying the movie. I feel like carrying and trying to like use her powers to push back Galactus and all that. You know how much power that takes to push back Galactus? She's strong. Like, so I'm glad that they did that. And I just like their dynamic in the movie. Like it felt like they were truly like a family. It felt like they were like really like had chemistry together.
Yes, they did. They had good chemistry. That's why I said the cast was great. You could tell they actually like really liked each other. And Pedro Pascal did really good as Mr. Fantastic.
I was gonna say that too.
I'm really surprised about that.
Before we were very like skeptical about because we see him in everything.
Yeah, he's been cooking, but let me hire his agent too.
Yeah, his agent been working overtime. And it's not that he's a bad actor or anything. It's just like that's how we felt about Tom Holland. Like Tom Holland was in everything at one point. You saw him as Spider-Man, you saw him in Uncharted, you saw him in, it was like so many things at once. It's like, all right, give us like a pause, like a breather.
Quick break,
like,
you don't want to burn yourself out, man.
Yeah, or burn us out from seeing you and like so much stuff in like a short period of time. So when I saw that he was being cast as Fantastic Four, I was like, I don't know. But like when I looked at it, I was like, okay, it works for how they did it.
Yeah, and the way he was operating, he was acting like, he was like, you know, the way I think. You know, he was thinking about every possibility and what may happen, and they even had a dynamic with that later on in the story. And I also I love, you know, Will Ben. It's so sad because he yearns to be like his old self again. You could tell he's insecure
but it looks like
about being
he's
a break.
Accepted it.
He's accepting it, but he's like he still kind of yearns for his old self, you know. And also Johnny, I love Johnny. Johnny was great. This version of Johnny was great. He was still a womanizer for sure.
Yeah, he wasn't like stupid, like you know, like how they made like Chris Evans version.
It's a difference. He's a womanizer, but he knows he's a womanizer, and so he's like, you can see him trying to actively change during this movie, and this was like a little different take on it.
He's actually trying to help and like do his own research.
Yes, man. He was MVP during this. Yeah, he was doing some stuff. So let's talk about the story. So Galactus basically, the Silver Surfer Shalabal came through. Was like, yo, hey, your planet is about to get devoured by the Herald of Galactus.
She's the chooser, basically.
She's the chooser. And so you already know they was like, okay, we gotta go talk to Galactus and maybe we can negotiate them not to eat our planet. We can figure something out. And Galactus found out that they had a child, which is Franklin Richards, and he's basically a god. His powers is he can create pocket universes, and he can create universes and reality bending powers.
He scanned her stomach while she was still pregnant and said, yeah, I want him.
I need to eat him. We need to lock in or something.
He's gonna be my successor.
Yeah.
So that I could not feel this hunger anymore.
Yes, bro.
He doesn't actually want to keep living on forever
Yes.
and just devouring planets. He's
Yes.
tired. He wants to rest. He's a dog. Take me out of the game,
Oh my
coach.
God,
He said,
yeah.
take me out. So when he saw that this cosmic being was being born in her stomach, he was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I want that one. We'll save your planet.
Yeah.
Give me him. And they're like, no. Like, why would
Yeah.
I give you, especially because they were already trying for like 2 years. They finally got a son. They're like, no, we're not about to give you our son.
Yeah.
And then when they came back and everybody was like, oh, how was it beating Galactus? He said, y'all, hey, we didn't. Like, he wants our son. They're like, why didn't you give it to him? Which I
Yeah.
thought was crazy. Because I'm like, if that was your kid, you would not. I
That's
know
the-
it sounds right
I
and
know.
like
It's very-
practice, but like
It's
you ain't
okay.
doing it.
Okay,
Like,
so you guys comment below. Let us know because I have my own little thing about that. So basically, like you said, she wanted to. I'm not giving up my baby. For like it's like a billion people for one life, but that one life is freaking a god. First of all, he maybe it'll warp y'all back, but that's hitting her there. Second of all, how do you know he's still gonna get the planet?
right, because he could be lying. He could still get what he wants from you and still clap y'all after.
Yes.
Like there's no guarantee.
There's no guarantee.
You don't know him. You don't know what his intentions are.
Right.
He's already trying to clap your planet. You're gonna trust him after he'd be like, yeah, give me your baby and I'll save you. They'd be like, okay.
You do it, and he's still.
And then he's still clapping.
I just need a little stack. You know, I'm not always hungry like I used to be, but for good time's sake, you know,
Like,
bad
and he
habits
already
die
wanted
hard.
the son as the successor, so he could be like, yeah, give me the baby. You give him the baby, he becomes successor. Yeah. So in order to teach him how to be like what I was doing, now you got to devour your parents' planet. Clap. Done.
I ain't even think of that.
Done.
I ain't even think of that.
That's the first job.
Once
that
he gets
has.
that cosmic energy and he don't have to
Yeah.
eat no more, yeah, bro. Well, let me show you the ropes. Oh my God. I didn't even think about that. Wow. So,
That could be a possibility.
So, yeah.
So no, I wasn't gonna give up my baby. You crazy?
yeah.
No.
And I just really love the art direction that they had. It was like what, 1950s, 1960s.
It was like a futuristic
Yeah.
slash not futuristic. Like
Yeah.
it's like the 40s, but like futuristic.
Their
Yeah.
version of what futuristic would be. Flying
Yeah.
cars, all type of cool stuff. I like that. I loved it. Mr. Fantastic Powers was good too. His stretchy powers looks really, it didn't look
like
as
the way it
bad as I
looked.
thought it might have been. It looked
Yeah.
great.
And I even was like cringing when Galactus was like stretching Mr.
I was like,
Fantastic to
oh,
like his
man.
limit. I was like, ooh, like, oh my God, it has to hurt.
Yeah, that
Showing the tears
I
in his
know.
stuff. I was like, ah.
Shout out to Shabal,
So-
man. Shout out to Shabal. Shabal was like really.
Shalabal.
Shalabal. I said Shabal.
You said Shabal?
Just know I'm calling her Shabal now. Shabal. Shout out to Shabal. Because she was the MVP in this. She actually helped defeat someone, and that helped them take care of someone. I'm not gonna go too crazy with it. And yeah, and so she was helpful. She was helpful, and then so what happened with that is that I'm not even gonna tell you. I just want you to know it on your own. You know, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
spoil it any further. Except the end credit, because we gotta talk about the end credit for those people that haven't watched the movie or come back now and watch it again, and we're gonna talk about it right now. And I want you guys to comment below.
Yeah, so for Thunderbolts, their end credit was like you saw the ship. Was it the ship or the car? I think it was the ship.
It was a ship.
I think it was a ship
was the
for
ship.
Fantastic Four. Was like looked like they were coming from somewhere else, like another dimension or something
Yes.
like that, and then landed in that world.
Yes.
And we're like, oh, that kind of like it kind of ruins the surprise for Fantastic Four. No,
It didn't.
it's not.
It did not.
Because that didn't happen at no point in this movie. Okay, it didn't happen during the end credits, no mid credits, none of it. It was not shown. So now that's making me think, because at the end it showed Franklin like being a little grown more, like it's like 4, and then he's talking to looks like Doom, and Doom is like in his face with the hood. So I'm thinking that in Avengers Doomsday, that scene that we saw in Thunderbolts is actually going to happen in Doomsday.
Yeah.
To where the Fantastic Four comes to whatever universe that all the other people are going to be in, because because all the other characters are going to be involved in that movie too. So I think to merge them, something is going to happen in there where they then come, and then that's what we saw. So
no,
that's just my theory.
That's just one theory of it, and because we saw like there's little parts in the movie where you see Latveria and they're not there at the Future Foundation Council with the world, and you're like, what is Doom? What is Doom doing there with Franklin of reality? Like he's strong, bro. And I did we did extra research on him, and we were like, whoa, we didn't know the extent of like their baby is like very very Omega level threat, God level crazy. So what is Doom's mission? What is he gonna do? What is his motives? Because we thought we might have seen him in the movie. Me and Jazz was like, maybe we're gonna see Doom all day. No, he wasn't there at this meeting. Maybe we see him later, and maybe he's yelling at them. Or while this is happening with Galactus, he's gonna come out and antagonize Reed, but he wasn't there.
But what I like is that they're showing like little tidbits of Doom existing, and like him, like being there, like present day in some way or form. Because like when Thanos was like a thing, like at the end of every end credits, it was like he was just like a looming threat that is like there. And so like I'm glad that they're getting back to that, because I really didn't feel that with Kang. I really definitely didn't. The only time that we really felt that with Kang was when we were actually watching the show of Loki, and like then we actually like, talked to him and stuff like that. But
Loki was fire. I ain't gonna lie, Loki was
no, it was a great show. But I'm saying that was the only time where it was like really direct, versus I like where it's showing like little tidbits of him somewhere else and not directly talking to him, if that makes sense. So it's like, yes, he's really looming over like us. I like where the direction they're going right now. These last two movies have been, the quality of the MCU is where it used to be. Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, they've been really well MCU movies. The next one movies that we're gonna get is we're gonna get a Spider-Man movie next summer, and Which one?
It's called, I don't know the name of it, but it's gonna be the fourth Spider-Man movie.
Is it Peter or Miles?
Peter. They got and it was like some article I read somewhere or some tweet or something.
Because I know that Miles movie ain't coming for a while. So I'm just
we'll see.
Forget that it exists, so that way I could be happy for it once it finally comes out.
So that, and then we're gonna have, then in December we're gonna have Doomsday, and then the next year we're gonna have the next iteration of Doomsday, and it's supposed to be a soft reboot of the MCU, not a hard reset. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm excited to see what happens, and these last two movies definitely making me put my faith back into Marvel about the quality they have and the stories that they have. So I'm excited to see the future. Hopefully we'll be at a red carpet one day. I'm not just thrown out in the universe where we're at a red carpet, or we'll be able to talk to the stars and interview them, and that'd be huge.
Give us a call.
So it's a call. If you know someone that knows someone, tell them to email us. Anyway, that was just us putting it out there. Comment below, guys.
Don't forget to like and share. Deuces.